Coming up on today's show, we're discussing Logan and the X-Men in general.
And it's just a bit weird.
Good morning, welcome back to Monday Morning Meeting, your favourite show that comes out on a Monday, specifically at the time we released
and
it.
specifically hosted by us. It's your favourite one of those.
Yes, I'm Jared Moss-Coombs.
And I'm Adam Alcock.
So we recently decided to go see Logan.
We did.
It's a new film with Wolverine and
Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman. I saw someone call him Hugh Jackman because he is ripped.
Yeah, he is.
This film is doing pretty well, I think. Do you know what the box office is? Because I didn't do any research.
A lot. I will do some research right now.
So it's
it's quite a lot.
I think it's quite a big idea because much like Deadpool, they've decided to go for the whole R rating thing to make it a little bit more special.
Yeah, to make it appeal to a global audience. I got to find domestic, worldwide. Worldwide is 300 million at the moment.
Not bad.
That's pretty good, like in comparison to some of the other ones.
It's not bad at all.
Look at Deadpool, which is probably the only other one of its kind. So Deadpool over its entire lifetime did 363 million.
Sure.
Which is not bad because
Not bad
obviously
at all.
Logan hasn't been out for as long.
Well, exactly.
As
Logan's been out for a lot less. So I'm going to come ahead and say I like Logan. The film was really good. I'm a big fan of Wolverine.
Yeah.
And I do like the X-Men, even though we're gonna talk about that later, the whole push it under the rug kind of thing.
So we're not gonna do any spoilers for Logan. No spoilers for Logan. But if you haven't seen, I don't know which ones we're gonna talk about because I don't remember which ones are which. But there's gonna be some minor spoilers, maybe.
Extremely minor. Just one minor.
The
old
old films, like the ones past.
No one cares about
Days
those.
of future past.
I mean, that is the one that's probably going to have the slight spoiler, but we'll continue that.
And that one's the one with the most confusing name because it doesn't make sense.
It's just we'll get into that. Let's get back to Logan. Okay, so I'm going to say, I think I spoke about this on the podcast, but what I liked about it is it's more human than more other superhero films.
Yeah.
It's kind of taken itself more seriously. And I think that the realism of the R rating and the gore, it's not even gore, but just like, it's more realistic, and I think that all reflects what it's trying to achieve.
I think it's Wolverine is one of the best to choose for it. Like they did with the Batman series. Batman was always a bit of a badass.
He was.
But couldn't ever really be that big of a badass until Christopher Nolan made the Dark Knight series where he was a real badass. And whereas this one, you know, you've always felt like, oh, Wolverine, he's a bad boy, he's a rogue, he's a rogue person, and stuff. But he could never be that person because of the rating.
The
PG-13
rating
or whatever it was.
Yeah, exactly.
So with this R rating, you know, he can be exactly what he wants to do and slice off people's faces and stuff. It's awesome.
It's a weird noise from my chair.
Chair.
Chair. What I didn't know I wanted from the other X-Men films is because Wolverine, he has the 3 claws, everyone knows that. When he stabs in on the old films, nothing really happens.
Yeah.
I didn't know I wanted something to happen until I saw Logan. Because it's more realistic, you actually get a sense of it's actually doing something.
Oh, this is what I'm
into.
The opening, like, 5 minutes of the film, there is this really awesome bit where he punches someone through the chin,
and that's in the trailer.
And it comes out of like their face and like the top of their head. It looks
it's
really
that kind
good.
of thing. It doesn't look gross. It's not like it's like that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's something that the old ones obviously with the PG rating were missing. And it was just even that it just really gave suspense of belief wasn't as needed.
Yeah.
Because it seems more realistic, and I just think that whole added to it. Film was good. A lot of themes. Quite serious, but also funny.
The girl in it was really good.
She was an incredible.
Yeah, she was really good.
She's going places, girl. You going places, queen.
Do you think?
Get it.
We're not going to talk about that.
No. So I want to move on to. I don't want to talk about Logan too much because it's too new. But I want to move on to X-Men and the X-Men timeline because I liked X-Men, but I think they've released their first film like 17 years ago or something. So I think it was 2000. That was X-Men 1.
It's been a real roller coaster ride of
it has
not awful, bad films and okay films. I don't think there's not many that are like really good films.
First Class was good.
Yeah, I liked First Class because I really like what's his face?
That geezer.
Guy who plays for Professor X, can't remember his name.
Geezer.
Yeah, Geezer.
That geezer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk you through the timeline. If you don't know, because it's just ridiculous and they just mess with my mind. I don't know why they didn't reboot the series.
Yeah.
So we got in film order. There's X-Men, X-Men 2, X-Men 3: The Last Stand, which was kind of turd. Don't tell anyone.
James McAvoy.
Kind of turd. They then kind of went. Well, they released that X-Men Origins, which was also kind of turd. And then they kind of went back on themselves, like, all right, let's do a prequel thing with First Class. And then there was another X-Men Origins. It was called The Wolverine.
Yeah, and then there was a Stewart one.
Yeah,
and then the most recent one before Logan was a McAvoy one.
Yeah, so there was then Days of Future Past, which had Patrick Stewart, but also had McAvoy in.
Right, okay.
But this is the one where they're like, okay, we've made a lot of bad films. How do we fix that? Do we reboot? And they're like, no, let's just go back in time and erase everything. Yeah. So there's this point where I'm watching and I'm like, what's happening?
It's a very confusing.
What's continuity and what isn't? I don't even know anymore. And that's when I kind of stopped being interested.
An interesting point that you do bring up, I don't know exactly the dates, but in the same time that the X-Men franchise has been in this one continuous storyline of films, the Spider-Man franchise has probably rebooted 3 times.
Exactly.
So they've definitely circumnavigated the reboot, the necessary
it is true.
Reboot
absolutely.
by doing all these different stories.
Because Spider-Man was 2002, and we're now going into our third reboot, or our third beginning
iteration.
Yeah. Oh, this year. So literally, you're right. So I don't know. I kind of like it because Hugh Jackman is amazing.
Yeah, and so's
Patrick Stewart
and James is amazing, and James.
You apparently love him.
Patrick Stewart is really good in like Logan as well.
Oh yeah, he's incredible in Logan. Everyone was really good in Logan. Logan is just an all-round good film. Like it's a good watch. Yeah. Apocalypse, not so much. Don't get me wrong. I saw reviews and I just blank out refused to watch it. I watched it the other night. It was alright. I wasn't pulling my eyes out the whole time. I was like, yeah, fair enough. I'm kind of into this. Yeah. So X-Men, it's confusing, but kind of worth. If you feel like you've got the time to sit through, maybe watch it.
There's a lot of them.
It's nothing special. I watched X-Men 1 again.
One thing you can...
It wasn't special.
You can pretty much do with this film, I think. I haven't seen most of the X-Men films, and I think I've probably missed one somewhere online. But I haven't seen most of the X-Men films for a long time, so I don't remember any of the storyline. But Logan didn't really need to know.
No,
it's kind of like the background is what happened in some of the other films, I think. And then...
Well, it's kind of also not.
No?
I feel like it didn't really reference past films as much as it did reference something that we had never seen. Anyway, we decided for Shots Fired to make it X-Men themed.
Yeah. So, fire up. Okay, so for Shots Fired this week, we have gone for the worst X-Man or X-Men.
The worst X-Men.
This isn't really. I was trying to Google this, the worst X-Men, to see what
really?
the real worst X-Men were.
Sure.
Do you Google the worst X-Men, or is it?
Oh, I don't know.
The worst X-Man.
I didn't cheat, so I don't know.
What's a singular X-Men? This wasn't on the list. I was just intrigued to see
worst
what people actually think is the worst.
Go ahead.
So
show me your worst X-Men.
You want me to go first?
I'd love you to go first.
I find it first. Do you remember that one where I didn't find it and we had to cut and everything?
It's
not going to happen again.
I will be thoroughly upset.
Okay.
And there will be words.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to see the worst X-Men.
3, 2, 1. It's Professor X.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because he's got lots of X.
He's got 2 X's.
You know,
Professor X. Oh, he's Korean.
He's Korean.
I tell you what.
Sad.
My worst X-Men
is the same.
No, I've given him a name.
Right, okay.
So he's called 5 Second Rule.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
This is what he looks like.
Right, okay.
This is 5 Second Rule. His magic mutant, his mutation, is he can fly for 5 seconds.
Right, yeah.
And then that's it.
Awesome.
And then he's got a cooldown of something.
Yeah. Oh.
So he's called 5 Second Rule. You can see he's flying here. Yeah. Probably about to plummet.
Yeah, probably.
It's 5 seconds.
How fast can you
running
fly?
out? Just like an average flying speed. Just the average flying.
So it sounds like you really put a lot of thought into this.
If you would,
into the law. That's
if you were thinking of someone flying, that's probably about how fast you'll go.
Okay. Fine.
That's about it. Thank you for watching today's episode of Monday Morning Meeting. I hope you feel enlightened and perhaps inspired to go and watch, or maybe not, X-Men. Depending if you can be bothered to maybe find an alright film out of some real crackers.
Crackers or crappers? So if you want to subscribe or watch more videos, they're all linked on the end slate, and check out our shop side in the end slate as well, and it'll be cool.
I'm just leaving.